Christine and myself. Did you want to read it? Oh, Bob.
I'll go ahead and just go over the November minutes that I put together. On November 19th, present was Terry, Lauren, and Bob. Absent was Pan and Bill. The October minutes was read by myself. It was moved by Terry, second by myself. All approved. The Treasury report for November was read by myself. That was moved by Bob, second by Terry. All approved. The bank balance in November was in our operating account, we had an ending balance of $28,833.03. In our grant account, we had $18,400 even. That gave us a total ending balance in both bank accounts of $47,000, or $47,233.03. Unfinished business that was discussed was Terry discussed the Diamond Street project. Terry mentioned and discussed the flag ceremony for December 5th, which was before the Parade of Lights, take place before the Parade of Lights. There was also mention of the solar light for the flag that needed to be fixed, and getting a new rope for the flag before the ceremony on December 5th. We also discussed the business plan with the Long Range Planning Committee. We motioned Jack Miller as chairman and John Horn as co-chairman for the Long Range Planning Committee. That was moved by Terry, second by myself. Terry also discussed the event center. Bob mentioned his concerns on cost and made some suggestion changes for the event center to be a memorial. And also I also discussed the website updates. New business that took place was Terry discussed the community cafe. Terry also discussed the Rosamond Parade of Lights on December 5th. Terry discussed the Renews grant application ideas for the chamber event. Center lot suggestions was to have one of the ideas suggested was the event center entrance. Terry also discussed a Board of Trade grant, and there was a motion to go dark in December. That was moved by myself, second by Bob. Other comments that took place was a member had requested final numbers for Septemberfest. They wanted a budget comparison, and also there is a member that discussed Visitor Center and Caltrans and the Board of Trade. We motioned to adjourn at 6:32, which was moved by myself and second by Bob.
Okay, motion to approve the minutes of November 19th. Bill moves.
I second.
Laura seconds. Any discussion? Any questions on it? All those in favor?
All right, hang on.
Aye.
I have to apologize
Okay.
because I'm late for the first time. But what happened is I was talking to my daughter, who was back there in South Carolina, holding my 8th great-granddaughter, Hensley Grace. And I was talking to her, and I didn't cut the conversation short, so I'm late. So I'll
We'll
have to
forgive
ask
you,
her.
Bob.
Huh?
We'll forgive you, Bob.
All right.
So the motion passed 3-0 on the minutes for November 19th. I actually did the minutes for the January 21st meeting, as Laura wasn't present for that meeting. Bob and Terry were present. The minutes and the treasurer's report was tabled. I did report the balance in the checking account at $27,954.57. That's what we had last month. We discussed the Diamond Street project a little bit. Ryan shared information from the county that the lights were going to be solar lights on Diamond Street, and I guess the solar companies were going to pay for those. The event center, we received the plans for installations of the footings for the canopy from AB Engineer. Under new business, the Board of Trade, Boron, Mojave, and Rosamond was working together to produce a magazine to promote East Kern. We actually ended up getting 3 different grants from the Board of Trade. I think it was a little over $23,000 for the 3 grants. Mojave submitted one, and Jabo and the Friends of Jabo submitted the other one. It's for media and for developing a website, and maybe putting up some advertisements along the freeways to promote those websites. So that was all under that Board of Trade grant. We had a discussion about the National School Choice Week, and we discussed the ENEWS grant program a little bit. We approved reimbursement for Terry LANDSEIDEL for $117.10. That was moved by Bob and seconded by Pam. Under director's comments, Bob talked with the bank about coming back to Rosamond. Terry spoke about the Kern County 150th anniversary in Bakersfield. And then we had some comments regarding the new marijuana shop that opened up on Diamond Street. Motion was made by Pam, seconded by Bob, to adjourn. That's the minutes from the January 21st meeting. Motion to approve. Bill?
I second.
Laura seconds. Any discussion on the minutes? Any questions, Bob?
Fine.
Any questions from the audience? Okay, all those in favor? Laura, do you vote?
Fine. Sorry.
3-0.
Sorry.
Okay.
That's all right.
I'm trying to go to the next step.
Okay, motion approved for approving the January 21st minutes. Moving on to the treasurer's report. Laura, would you like to update us on the treasurer's report?
As of February, our operating general bank account has a balance of $27,694.26. Our grant bank account holds a balance of $18,400. That is a total in both bank accounts of $46,094.26. In our operating accounts, we had $4,320 in expenses, which, it's $4,320 of income in our operating account, which consists of some new membership renewals, or some membership renewals, and some applications and sponsors for the Parade of Lights. And then we also had, in expenses in the bank account, we had $3,088.77, which consists of utilities paid and expenses for the Parade of Lights.
Okay, any motion to approve the treasurer's report?
So moved.
Bob moves. Bill seconds. Questions? Any questions from the directors on the report? Any questions from the audience? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? 3-0. Okay, moving on to our reports. Pen fell apart. Okay, moving on to our reports. Diamond Street project, there's really not too much new on it.
I would like to report on that.
Okay,
I took a walk up Diamond Street on our sidewalk, all the way from the street here, clear to Rosamond Boulevard. Sidewalks, trees, lines, people were parking, slant parking. And it was a beautiful thing to be able to do that and look at what we've done. And I would like to thank the county for providing that to the Rosamond Chamber of Commerce. It is a blessing for downtown. Diamond Street is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, but would never have happened without the county doing that. In my walk, I also looked at the two murals on our buildings, on the car wash and the other. Beautiful, beautiful painting. Money provided by the county. And I hope that our representative from the county will report to our supervisor and all the people over there how grateful we are in Rosamond that they have provided this for us. Because without it, we wouldn't have a thing. Most of this money we have in the Treasury report is from organizations and things that actually live out in the west side. All from the county. So Kern County, since we don't have a lot of things, has done a great job. So would you, personally my own, I don't know about the rest of the board, but without you, we would not be a thing. Thank you.
well, for a correction on the mural, Bill gave $440 of 10% of that. So the county gave 90%. Bill put up the other 10%.
Doesn't make any difference.
Sorry about this. Have to put it on vibrate. Okay, on the Diamond Street, no news from the county at all regarding maybe striping the street or anything new on the solar lights that they talked about?
No, I haven't been given an update.
Okay.
They've assured me right when there is one, they'll let me know, and I'll pass it right along, but nothing new right now.
Okay, and I guess the only thing is we have to deal with that, the watering for the trees.
Yeah, I'll bring that up to them, because I think that'll surprise them. I don't think they know.
Okay. Okay, moving on. Final report on the Creative Lights. I think, Laura, do you have all those numbers, I think?
Yeah, our Creative Lights for 2015, we brought in a total income of $4,370. I'm sorry, $4,390. The expenses were $1,741.22. That gave us a net profit for the Creative Lights of $2,648.78. I also took the comparison from 15, 14, and 13, and they're all pretty similar. In 2013, we were actually still with Lancaster. In 13, you were still with Lancaster?
No, in the spring of 13, we separated from Lancaster.
Oh, we separated from Lancaster. So actually in 13, we actually had a net profit of $4,273. Where now our net profit is $2,648. And just in 2013, we had more sponsors. So we just really want to look at thanking our sponsors and everybody that participated in, the parade. So, does anybody have any questions?
I just have one comment. I did get an email from SunPower, and that $1,000, that one additional sponsor should be coming into our account, I would guess, next week. So our profit.
Yeah, so that would move our profit to $3,648 for the Parade of Lights.
And I think in our budget, we budgeted $2,000 for that, I think. Oh, we don't have that yet. Well, we did pretty good on it. It was a good parade. We did our flag raising ceremony. The community cafe fed the people that came downtown. I think the whole event went over pretty good. We could have definitely used some additional help to put on the event, but other than that, it went real well. Any questions? Okay, moving on. Item C was the event center. We did receive the plans for the canopy. These would be to install the canopy on the property. We received those from Heritage Builders. The plans, I have a copy of the plans from AV Engineering. They just need to give us wet copies with signatures so we can submit it to Bakersfield. We'll most likely fill out the application next week, and Al Carlson with Carlson Architect is going to update our site plan. So we need the site plan, the footings plan, and and the canopy plans to submit our application to Bakersfield.
Is that canopy metal or?
Yeah. So we've been working on it. This whole project started in November of 2013, so it's been a couple of years in the process. That was from the time we first looked at buying the property to getting the solar and wind people to donate the money to acquire the property. And after we acquired the property is when Heritage Builders offered to donate the canopy to us. So we made some changes at that time to accommodate what we received in that. And then we applied for the grant from Kern County and received $10,000 to start the project. Any questions?
We had a profit for the Parade of Lights of $2,000. So
we ended up a little over $3,600. And part of that was the community cafe, which become major sponsors. They were two of our major sponsors, Radish and Community Cafe, which was a nice benefit. And they fed the people that came downtown, and I know that they want to work with their community in the future. Okay, moving on, our business plan for the chamber and our long-range planning. I don't think we've had a meeting since, what, in November, was it?
Yeah, November.
One was dark December, and then January, and we've also been working on the event center, trying to get all the plans and everything laid out.
Well, we'd like to maybe set another meeting and continue to work on that plan so we can submit something to the board, maybe next meeting or the meeting afterwards.
Yeah. Two of the items that we have been working on that was part of the long range was redesign of the website, which is in process. You won't see anything online because a lot of it's paperwork that you got to do to kind of lay out the design and everything before you actually implement it electronically into the website. So that's kind of the stage we're at right now. It's just trying to lay everything out and be as simple and working on a design for some vests, and we don't have any new information on that. When we have the next meeting, we'll see where we're at on the vest project itself. And that's been our primary focus, has been those items right there. So next meeting, we'll be looking at a short-term, long-range plan, short-term, 1 year, and we want to solidify that before we actually move on to a 5-year plan. So that's
Okay.
for long range.
Any questions for Jack? Okay, moving on, and Jack, you highlighted a little bit about the website that you're gonna work on.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else you'd like to add on the website part?
Well, basically, the website currently is, which is no fault of anybody working on it, it's just the way it kind of evolved. But it's too complex to really maintain from a volunteer basis. And it's too complex to find the information as well if you're going to the site fresh. And so by simplifying the design and the more attractive looking design, it not only looks good, but it's easier to find the information at a glance instead of having to try to figure out the menu system as to where a resource or an item or information is that you need. So that's actually where we're trying to go with the redesign, is to simplify it so that it's still attractive but easy to find information quickly.
I would like to comment on the website,
Okay,
which we have present. I went on the website, or I had a person that could get on the website. I have a list of all of the 49 members that we have in the chamber. I have all the things that you start with the heading and everything we have. I thought it was a really great website with a list of its members. And we did a lot of stuff on what you did, the people that worked on this thing. It was really a great website, and it doesn't need to be changed or touched because they did a great job. Another thing, when you look at the website, you see all the things that this young lady right here put in there. And we started with the logo that we had and everything we had. So it was really great. I also want to know, what happened to these pictures? Did you give them to all the people?
no, that's another subject. We'll get to that in a little bit. I got it in my briefcase.
Well, anyway, the website, I was so happy when I finally had this young lady that could go on and pull it up and show me all the stuff. In fact, I have it on my iPhone now, so I can press this thing and get the website when it comes out. Except it's on small print, and with my version, I have to kind of really strain to see it. But it's really nice, because my iPhone is just a small one, it's not a... But anyway, thank you for your website.
Thanks.
Well, if I can add to that, nobody has indicated that it wasn't done nice. She did an excellent job. Nobody's saying that she didn't, okay? And, but I think even Laura can kind of indicate that there is some outdated information that needs to be updated. One of the reasons information gets outdated on the website is because it becomes too complex to read. And it's easy to overlook certain pages and stuff trying to update everything versus a simpler format. It's easier to maintain and update. So, because we are talking about volunteers, a lot of times we're working on time to go through and update all the little subjects. So, nobody's saying she did a bad job. It looks great. It's nice on the website. There's nobody's saying it's not. But it does need a revision just from a maintenance perspective.
We're always open for improvement.
Right.
Yeah. And I guess I want to comment and say thanks, Jack, for taking the task on with helping with simplifying that website. So,
I wasn't criticizing, I was just, see what happens when you get old like me, the hearing aids don't get all of the conversation. So I can plead ignorant when sometimes I want to hear something. Thank you.
Jack, I talked with a gentleman up in Mojave today. We had a meeting on the 150th anniversary for Kern County, and he's doing the website for the cat house. And he said that when we design a website, we have to take, remember that a lot of people get it on their phones now. So
Right, mobile version.
yeah, you have to, when you design the website, it has to be able to shrink down, and they still have to be able to see it, and they have to be able to push on whatever buttons that you're going to have. So just to design a website for your computer is one thing, but most people are accessing it on their phones now. So when we go to redesign, we have to keep that in mind, that a good portion of the public gets it on their phone now.
Well, that's part of simplifying the design. I didn't really go into details of where that goes. And I've been programming professionally for 25 years. So, you know, I've had a lot of experience. I've worked on a lot of $150 million projects corporate-wise. So, you know, I kind of know what the needs are in terms of the public and what the new technology is. Mobile compliance is a big item. Tablature compliance is a big item. And but most of the applications, like what we're already using, it automatically adjusts for that. So it's really not too big of a concern as long as we don't have the graphics to where they don't fit correctly in the mobile devices. And that all gets checked when you do a redesign too. So that's just standard anymore.
Yeah, so we just got to make sure that it works for the little guys as well as the big guys, I guess.
Right, absolutely.
Okay, moving on from the website onto the Board of Trade. We worked with Mojave Boron on these grants that we're going to get. The $5,500 grant that Rosamond signed on for is to publish a magazine that would be used in the Triangle, which is up 14, and over the Boron up 395, which is the triangle there where the two roads meet. And we're looking at doing a magazine that we would have available for anybody that comes into our area. The other two grants that they got one was for media, and then the other one was to start a website, build a website, and promote it. So the total of the three grants that we're working with Boron and Mojave on is a little over $23,000. And Kern County has the money available, so they were willing to help us out again. So we should have it. They did make a couple mistakes in the paperwork, so they're going to send it out, send a new copy out, and then we just have to sign it and send it in. So I did meet with Shelley from Boron and people from Mojave on the grants this afternoon. So we're working toward that. Okay, under new business, the Chamber Night at the Jethawks. I talked with Anna. This is something that she's putting together. I think it was July 22nd. I sent each director the information on it. They're going to have the one area at the Jethawks. It's $20, and they have food and soft drinks and water there. Then you get to watch the game, and it's kind of a networking for the different chambers. There's going to be 6 chambers involved, so it'll be the directors and officers that will be at it. Originally, she talked about 5 tickets or 10 tickets for the chamber. Here we got 5. They're $20 a piece. I'm going to go. If any of the directors would like to go, you have to let me know, or else I'll open it up to other businesses in Rosamond. I'll have to let her know next week.
Did you say when that was taking place?
It's July 22nd. You will be not in town, huh? You're on vacation a lot.
I don't know.
Okay.
From last year.
Okay, so we have 5 tickets. We could maybe get up to 10 tickets if we want to. It's $20 a piece if you want to
I
go.
plan to do that to anybody that can meet.
Okay.
If it's going to be at their
Chambers?
chambers.
Yeah, well, there's 6 different chambers that participate. So Laura, if you'd like to go and your husband would like to go, you could do that too, if you're interested. No pressure though. Just let me know. And Bob, if you'd like to go, or bring somebody along to do that. I'm not sure about if Pam's going to make it either.
Way down the line.
Well, it is. We have to plan. Okay, so if the board, any of the board members do not want to go, then I'll open it up to businesses in the room. Okay, item B, Kern County 150th anniversary is going to be April 16th in Bakersfield. It's going to be from 2 to 8 in the evening. And they're going to, all 5 districts are going to have an area at the museum up there. I do have some forms that Michelle sent me. And one's about the community that would like to have things up there at the event. We're looking at the Cat House having a table and information, and maybe Willow Springs. There are two tourist things in our area. And then also, what they're looking at is creating a calendar of events. So I got a form here to submit community event submissions. So they're going to do a calendar of all the community events, like the Boron events that they have, or Mojave Mule Team Days, and Rosamond Parade of Lights, and all those different entries. So if there's other community events that you guys would like to submit, we can submit them to Michelle, and then they're going to put it together, and we'll select what they're going to put on it. They're not really looking at any small type events, it's the bigger events, like our Armed Forces Appreciation Day, or Parade of Lights, and then maybe the Twilight Tours on the Cat House. So if anybody's interested in submitting something, I have the forms here. And that'll be on April 16th in Bakersfield. Any questions on that? Okay, moving on. The conditional use permit for the event center. The property is at the present time zone C2. And when I talked with Lorelei and that, she feels that if we want to do the things that we want to do downtown, to bring the people downtown, then we'll have to apply for a conditional use permit. And most likely we would go to it like an A5, which is assembly. If we wanted to have concerts in the future or anything, that's what it would be covered under. So we'll have to apply for the conditional use permit. I'm not sure how long it will take, maybe 4 to 6 months, because they have to do notifications out to the public to let the public know what we're looking to do. So can I get a motion to approve to apply for a conditional use permit? Gail moves.
I second.
Laura seconds. Discussion. Conditional use permit is one of the forms we have to go, or one of the processes we have to go through to use the event center the way we want to use the event center. There's really no way around it. The government has to follow certain rules, and we have to follow those rules too. So I'd like to get started on that so we can keep our event center moving forward.
I had submitted some ideas and things about making that a memorial for the veterans of this community, and having rose gardens and having other stuff that goes in this thing, besides just having events and things like this. Was that ever considered?
Well, you
Did we
did
have a
bring it up.
discussion on that?
You did bring it up, and I think Paul mentioned that they have a memorial over at the Glendower Park, and
We want it on the chamber property.
well, a memorial doesn't bring people downtown, Bob. People don't go to visit a memorial week after week.
No, they don't. What happened is, I didn't say just a memorial, I just felt that we could do something and have something in there, because what happened is it's all about road. And I think that if we had a big discussion on this thing, you know, your event center is one thing, but I'm looking at it as also a combination of those things.
Well, the property's not big enough for a lot of things.
It's not big enough, it's not big enough for an event center.
Well, that's why we have to use part of the street when we do big events.
Oh, I know, you want to Well, it's out in the street. I think that we should just take it anyway.
The whole idea.
That's not my own opinion, because what happened is, the fact is that, and we're a board, and we are all supposed to make these decisions and sit down and discuss them. By the way, weren't we supposed to have a board meeting before this meeting?
Nope, we didn't have one.
Yes, the last meeting, I requested.
It wasn't in the minutes.
Huh?
It wasn't in the minutes.
Oh, okay.
We
Continue.
didn't even want to come to the last meeting.
Yeah, I know.
The event center, the idea of the event center come from when we first looked at purchasing the property. And when we submitted the information, when we tried to select, or we looked at collecting funds or getting people to donate to purchase the property, the solar and the wind people were interested in the park-like setting, okay? And when we looked at the visioning plan, on the visioning plan, they have a big park-like setting in the middle of the street with a big amphitheater in the center of it, okay? We just switched from a parking lot to the event center on the property that we acquired. And then the solar and wind people were willing to make those donations so we could acquire that property. That's why we're going.
We already own the property.
But we only own the property because
Yes, we own
they
the
made
building.
those donations.
And we own the whole thing.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we did that before. In fact, you were involved in purchasing that property and the building.
That is true.
That's true. So we own that property, so it wasn't anything to go down right down on it. Anyway, I'm just, I'm trying to make up for the time I was absent.
Dale, you have a comment?
Just something that might make everyone happy. You already have the flagpole there. Is there any chance of maybe putting a memorial plaque there that satisfies his request and we keep it as the event center, which is what it was originally planned for?
Well, I guess the board could talk about that. The idea of the event center is to bring people downtown, okay? And having a memorial downtown does not really bring people downtown week after week, month after month. It's about promoting business. The chamber's about promoting business. And in order
Amen to that.
And in order to get people to build downtown, we have to work with the people to bring people downtown so they'll shop downtown. So that's what we're trying to do. I understand you may not have much say in what was done there, but
Right.
that's
Amen
your
to that.
choice. You chose to be that way because you had the design committee and nothing got done out of it.
I didn't get anything done on the design. We did everything. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, any other comments from the audience?
Yeah, I'd just like to say, from the long-range planning committee, we kind of looked at the event center, long range. And, when the event center is completed, the Chamber of Commerce is about bringing commerce into Rosamond. And to build up the Diamond Street area to bring in commerce. In order to bring in commerce, you have to not only attract the businesses, but attract the people into Diamond Street itself. A memorial is not really something that's going to attract people into Diamond Street itself. However, an event center, you can do not only just concerts, but you can do farmers markets, swap meets, rentals for special events, special chamber functions, mixers, things of that nature, and that all brings in revenue. So instead of a lot of what the chamber is trying to accomplish with limited funds, by the time we get done with the event center, I think it's going to be a nice profit center to bring in good profit to the chamber and help chamber accomplish some of the goals and objectives of looking at bringing commerce to this area altogether. So, I appreciate the memorial. I think it's a nice gesture because we are an Air Force town pretty much. And sure, there's proper areas for that. There, maybe even down the road, nothing wrong with having a memorial somewhere on Diamond Street there or near the chamber, whatever, but it doesn't really have to be incorporated in the event center because that's really not bringing in commerce.
That's what we need.
So that's just kind of my personal view. I can see easily if it's coordinated with the right events properly, now see why you couldn't easily bring in $25,000 a year profit for the chamber. And I think that's very conservative. I don't see why you couldn't, when it's completed, actually turn out bringing $50,000 to $70,000 a year of profit for the chamber. And I think the chamber could do a lot with that money.
I agree.
Some of the restaurants, or buy gas before they go home.
Just have somebody build an auditorium for us.
Well, we're not at that
Oh,
point.
yeah, but somewhere down the line, maybe we could get the chamber to build somebody to build an auditorium. We have all the auditorium and some other stuff like this. But, excuse me. The memorial I'm talking about is not something this big. It's not something that's gonna be the whole center. It's just maybe one corner that we have a slab back there already existing, which we could cut a gazebo up there and then put some other stuff up there to honor, because we, every year in the September Fest, honor veterans.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, and I just think that we need someplace, maybe we could hang some signs or something like this.
Well, there's
Not the whole park, I'm talking, a big memorial park, I'm just talking about the fact is that, you know, you understand what I mean?
Well, who's to say down the road, you know, as revenues come in, we could maybe across the street, if
No,
one of them lots come for sale, turn a little park, and include a memorial in a little park there or something, you know, I mean.
I don't
There's
know.
always, there's
I
always
just want something
opportunities
in the
down the
corner.
road to.
Honoring, since we do have a September Fest.
Okay, well, I have a motion on the table, made by Bill, seconded by Laura, to apply for a conditional use permit for our event center. All those in favor?
All right,
3-0. Okay, moving on. Item D, you have nothing in there, but you did get a bill from AV Engineering. Actually, we got two bills, one for $800 and one for $450, which makes a total of $1,250. And I did go down and talk to them about donating to the chamber. They agreed to donate the $450, so I have a bill that they need to pay for $800. In my grant application, I put $600 in the grant applications out of the $10,000, so it would be $200 that we take out of our fund to pay for that AV Engineering, the footings plan for our event center. So I need a motion to pay that bill of $800. Bill moves,
I second.
Laura seconds.
Do we have a budget for the grant? Or just, we don't have
Well-
an itemized budget, we just have.
Well, I have
the money that we
when I
use.
submitted the grant, I had put the numbers in,
Okay,
like concrete and all the different things. And in that budget, there was $600.
since you added something in that, D, I would like to know, is the chamber going to go out to and honor the sheriffs and stuff like that?
That's another subject, Bob. So you can bring that up under comments. Let's just try to stay on
Well, I
the
just thought I
subject.
would just add it right in
You don't add it, that's not how
there.
it
You just
works.
added something to it.
No, I went, well, you can do it on the next item. You can't add it to this item.
Okay, whatever.
I have a motion to pay the bill of $800 to AV Engineer, moved by Bill, seconded by Laura. All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. Okay. I'm at the bottom here. Now you'd like to discuss the sheriff's dinner? You
Yeah.
have the floor, Bob.
I would, is our chamber going to support a table at the sheriff's den?
do you have a flyer?
Huh?
Do you have a flyer? The flyer? Do you have a flyer?
Flyer.
Flyer.
Show him a
I
flyer.
have one.
We never ever got a request. Nothing come to the chamber asking us, or else I'd put it on the agenda.
When is it?
It's gonna be on the 27th
Of what?
of.
February.
February?
Yes.
Oh, this month, okay.
I do plan on attending, Bob, and I'll
Yes, I
say.
am.
What is the
I said I
request?
plan on,
What happened is, I have a table, which is Rosamond, is the Bryan Manor Apartments, and I have guests, and they get 8 tickets for the table. And then you can have 8 members from the chamber sitting at the table, okay? And so you get the tickets, and so it costs you, I think, $200 to have a table, and you get the ticket beside.
Well, you know, they didn't send us any information. Gene mentioned the thing, I know in February they have it every year.
Yeah.
I plan on attending, and they didn't send any information.
I talked to Connie Rudder today, and she said that she hasn't even got her formal invitation yet, so I think they're just running behind. I don't think it has anything to do with who got a invitation or not. I think they're just behind.
And that's next weekend?
Yeah, because I haven't heard, I've been trying to look for information all day today.
On the 27th, and today's 18th, so it's 9 days away.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't received our invite either. We usually get one.
So what do you call this?
It's the sheriff's,
They've had budget cuts.
Appreciation.
and give it
Is that done by the Rotary?
Maybe.
yeah.
The sheriffs don't run it
No,
I think it's done by the
The
Rotary.
Rotary.
Rotary does.
Yeah.
to appreciate the
Find it
sheriff.
right now for you.
Yeah, it's Sheriff's Appreciation.
So I moved that the chamber have a table.
and
Huh?
Bob moves that the table have a chamber at the Sheriff's Appreciation Dinner. And what is the cost, Bob?
I would have to give stuff, but I think it's about $200.
So if you're saying 200, that's what we're gonna write the check for. You don't get to raise it. You should have brought the information if you wanted to.
Well, I didn't think we would be discussing that tonight, and I thought that you already got some information on it.
Oh, I did, I'm sorry.
Huh?
I did not get any information, or else I brought it. So Bob makes a motion to have a table at the Sheriff's Appreciation Dinner at a cost of $200 to the chamber.
We need to look into it first before we decide.
Well, unless he gets a second, we don't go on. So,
Well, I'll get it set, we'll bring it down to the chamber tomorrow, and bring it in, and so we will have the exact amount, okay?
well,
It's not until Saturday.
Bob, unless somebody seconds your motion, it appears that they don't want to spend the $200 to support it. I told you, I will go to the sheriff's dinner because I've gone to the sheriff's dinner for 10 years or 15 years already. I've been going every year. Life is about money. And we do have a big project in front of us.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the motion dies without a second.
All right.
Going on, we have 2 new members, Henry Lawton
Praise God.
and Jim, or he goes by Jim, in fast food store, which is the Fast Trip Food, which is on the corner of Sarah Highway and Rosamond Boulevard. Need a motion to approve the new members. Bill moves,
A second.
Laura seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. Okay, is there any other business any other directors would like to bring up?
I would like to, in the director's comments, is that what we're gonna have?
Okay, director's comments.
At the last meeting, we were going to have a board of directors meeting, so that the board of directors could sit down and discuss things that are happening in the chamber. And not in an open meeting, board meeting, but just the directors. We've always had them before, and everything like this. And I thought we were gonna have one when we sit down at the chamber's office and discuss things as a board, so that the board all has input into all the stuff that's happening in the chamber. It's not a one-man board.
I understand, that's why you voted on things tonight.
Huh?
That's why I let you vote on things tonight, because if I was the Gestapo, I would just do everything, without any votes.
Well, good for you, because I would just kick the shit out of you.
Bob, that's unprofessional in
I
a
know it
public
is.
meeting.
And I am, happen to be an unprofessional guy sometimes.
Well,
And so I'm fine, Terry, you just do as you please.
I can tell you that for myself, I can't do anything to after April,
I know.
so.
and Pam couldn't make it tonight because he's running his motel. So I tried to talk him into making it, but he just had nobody to cover.
I know.
So we do have to work for a living
We
still.
still know.
And
I do too.
yes, maybe next month we can have a board meeting if we can put it together that it works for the directors. But Laura has to take care of the business. And Bill, he's retired, so he has to enjoy his vacation. And I actually have to work a little bit for a living too, to pay my bills. And obviously Pam's working to pay his bills tonight.
I know.
So, I'm sorry we didn't have a director's meeting to satisfy you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Moving on to other directors' comments.
Oh, pardon me?
Moving on to the next director's comments. Laura, any comments?
I don't have any comments.
Bill?
I have none.
I'd just like to thank you all for coming. Sometimes it's a heated exchange, but we are working to the best ability for our community and for our chamber. And we'll continue to do the work that needs to be done for this community. I'm going to open it up to members' comments. Any member would like to comment on anything that's happening? Okay, we're, yeah.
I'd just like to let you guys know, Willow Springs Speedway is a chamber member, and a couple of weeks back, they put out a call for help. They're trying to do some renovations up at the quarter-mile oval track. The RCWP answered that call, and we went up on February 6th and helped them do some much-needed repairs to the concession stand and some cleanup. There was some major damage up there from the recent storms that we had. The three of us were there that day. Our head work, that has to come first, we understand. But we spent a good 6 hours up there helping them paint, renovate. There had been some major graffiti inside the concession stand. That was all taken care of, and it looks brand new, looks really good. They're going to be having at least one, maybe two more work parties before their opening weekend, which is March 26th. As soon as we get a date, we'll let everyone know, put the call out if anyone's interested in going up and helping. They're working on, I think it's another booth for their gift shop, and then their security booth that was, with the recent winds, it was just turned over on its side. All the windows were broken out. There was some major damage up there. They had a complete roof that was blown off. The porta toilets were just lifted up and tossed into the field. So there's a little bit of rebuilding that needs to be done right now, and we were glad to go up and help them out. And then our cleanup for February is this coming Sunday, Sierra Highway at 8 o'clock. If anybody would like to come out and join us.
They also had a tough one pull up there, that literally snapped the base and went all over onto bleachers and caves and what they're doing.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for helping. You guys helped at the Christmas parade too. We really appreciate that. It's all about working together in the community to make it better. I'd like to also mention that on March 14th will be our 3rd year anniversary for the Chamber of Commerce. That's when we left the Antelope Valley Chambers of Commerce to become our own chamber. I think we've come a long way. We received 4 grants plus the grant that we're getting for the tourism. So in 3 years we got 5 grants for our community. I'd have to say that's a good accomplishment. We acquired the property next door to us, which was a big accomplishment. I was hoping to maybe do a groundbreaking ceremony for March 12th, which is a Saturday. I did send the directors an email on that to see if that worked in their schedule. Really never heard anything back. I'll see next.
Probably got lost in my email.
I'll see next week if we can apply for submit our application for our event center, and then I'll just have to update everybody as to whether we do the groundbreaking or not. I was hoping to get started and continue to push things along.
So that's for the event center.
Yes. But it is 3 years that we've been in existence. In some ways, it seems like an eternity that we'll continue on, continue working toward the best thing for us. I do have those in my briefcase for you, Bob. Okay.
So we really, if you want that, that groundbreaking in March, we won't be having another meeting before then.
Right.
So, okay.
Well, I'll let you guys know. It's kind of up to the board whether they want to. If you guys say no, we don't do it. That's just how it works. I do let the board vote on certain things, Bob. That's all part of the game. With that, I'll accept the motion to adjourn. Bill moves.
I second.
Laura seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned at 6:37.